All right, hello everyone. So 12th April, Wednesday. Let's take a look. Let's start off with gold as usual, right? Okay, this is gold. Remember, gold had a swing day. What was the swing day? Monday. I said it could be a swing day here. Nice little pop down. We had the purple zone here. The market bought, and I said yesterday would probably be a flow day. And it pretty much flowed there. Now, we had that 2007. I said if it gets up here, this is an opportunity to sell at Astro hours. And as you can see that they did so right there. That's an Astro hour there. That's an Astro hour, but there was nothing you could do here because that was in the middle of nowhere. Remember, we want to be at some kind of a technical level when we're trading with the Astro hours. So we go there, and the high of the market there, as you can see, was 2007.49. So okay, so I said 2007. So if you sold at 2007 or around there, you should have been okay all the way down into 1996.38 there, because like I said, this is in the middle of nowhere. That gave you enough to cover the trade. Market pushed down. Then that's your reversal in the US, going all the way into there. And yesterday, like I said, it was going to be like a flow there, and I said be careful until 11:05 because that was like a disruption. This is the 11:05 here. Okay, so that's your 11:05 there. Whoops. All right, pretty much there. Okay, and then we've got that disruption bursting out into the 11:45 breakout, and then boom. Now today, these are the Astro hours. I'll mark them in. Okay, as you can see, what we want to do with gold, because the next swing day, you know, according to what I posted, should be Friday, and so that could be flowing all the way into Friday. So if we do pull back into the goodbye kiss of 2007, or the white line where this thing happened, where the breakout happened in there, this is going to be a place where you can actually go long. Obviously, do not forget the daily and the weekly as well. So if we pull back, I think it's good to go up. Once again, I'm expecting a disruptive move until 12 o'clock and 1:15. Okay, if it breaks above the high of Asia, then any pullback you want to go long, because this could just keep going up. Okay, because we've got a breakout on the weekly. All right, so that's nice. So now we're like pushing it upwards, and that's all good. All right, so from the swing day on Monday, if you're still in the game, that's your Monday low levels at Astro hours. As you can see, the market is just going upwards. Okay, so that's all good. Let's take a look at euro dollar. Now, once again, we're here. If the market comes back at 1:15, somewhere around here, right? Because we've got this 11:15 to 1:15 zone, which is this zone here. And I'm expecting breakouts, like I said, until this 1:15. There's going to be disruptive moves in the market. So how to deal with that? Let's see what this is. That is 6:15, and that is 6:30. 6:56 to 10:16, 9:30, 10:16 is going to be here. So it's a bit of a dilemma. All right, why? Because the flow of aspects today are a little tricky, but this zone is going to be important. Now, if the market breaks out and then pulls back, you can go long. Okay, which is going to be in this zone here. All right, it's going to be the New York session there. If it comes back, all right, until like 1:15, it comes back into this zone here, down here, you can go long. Okay, and like I said, the New York session is going to be the session to look out for afterwards, because let's say it came down here, went up there, you want to be sellers again to push down. If it broke out until 1:15, until this broke out, comes back, then you can go long. If it breaks out and doesn't come back, then there are two options here. We're either going to go up here and it's going to reverse, or it's just going to keep going up here because it'll be just flowing otherwise. Okay, So that 435, 545 is going to be important. I'd prefer to see it come down so we can go up into that zone. This is still a sell zone, okay, but we can have that 1, 2, 3 tap. So going into the 1.0960, I'm going to put that there here because that's on the price. Okay, that's going to be your first target on the price there. Okay, 1.0965. So that'll be it. All right. So if it does break out, you can follow it onto there. You can make that a target for yourself. Okay. And remember, the swing day for this was Tuesday, right? So Monday was the low, but Tuesday you can see there's a big flow. Okay. And the market came there, as you can see, and they sold off. These were Astro hours. I talked about this level before. Okay, this purple zone, I drew that in before. So the market came into that level and then sold off twice. If you sold off here and here, you should have made money. Okay, at the end of the day, we're day trading most of the time. So this could, like I said, if it breaks out, it's got potential to go up into that zone. And yesterday I did say we're at support levels here. As you can see, the market was at support levels as well. Yesterday it was a different kind of it was a different drawing. Today it's a different setup, but at the end of the day it's the same kind of thing. No buying on the support, no selling on the support levels with us, as you know. So be mindful, this zone is still a sell zone. Next week we've got new moon happening. All right, so that's going to be important as well. Okay, that's that. So until then, we could kind of like flow upwards, or we could start to sell off from these levels and then get into the full swing of things from the top. US 30. Now, US 30, wow. Okay, so you can see these are like swing days. Now, what I did for US 30 was, there you go. All right. So yesterday I said when I was doing the video, you could sell from here. These are Astro hours. If you did, see, it gives you enough to cover the trade. Comes back, fills in the gap, okay, and then pushes up. Now, I didn't have this hour yesterday, okay, as a general market hour. This zone was a bit choppy, okay, and once the market flowed, I said, listen, once the market flows, it should go in that direction. So this was a very choppy zone here. This is where the New York opening happened. As you can see, very indecisive, up, down, up, down, up, down. But goes to the target. Remember, I gave this target. I said if it goes up, we should head up into that 33,752. Well, hey presto, at Astro hours. So if you went long with it, you should have covered that in. You should have been there. Now 69 is 33,738. 33.7. Today it should be 33.738, just there. Okay, so not too far out. There's a bit of a, this is right on the gap here as well. So if we go up into that zone, it's also sellable. Why? Because I said for the Dow, Monday was a swing day, okay, and that's your Monday there, right, the lows pushing up. That's Tuesday, and I said be careful for Tuesday. Why? Because we had SP 500 and NASDAQ swing day on Tuesday, plus we have a special situation with, well, we had a special situation with Mercury on a Tuesday. Okay, so I suspected we might have like a target where the market could swing. Now if this high holds, we should be selling. Okay, and this is not a bad spot to be doing so, as you can see. So I'm just going to push that into there, and this is the zone. All right, so this zone could be a nice sell position. On the weekly, we've got 58, which is 34,160. 34,160, which is up here. All right, now the next swing day for this as you know, from the members area is today. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So if this Tuesday holds, we might have still some selling action from these in the New York sessions. Okay, could come in the New York session or the closing of the New York session, because those are the hours when the market should swing. If the market should fall down, it should fall down into, what day is that? 15th of April. 12. That can't be, because that's going to be the weekend, so we can get rid of that. Okay, that's it. So selling from these levels is not a bad idea. Like I said, it could just take out stops a little bit at the top and then fall down, but that's how it is. This at Astro hours, this level here is also okay to go long. Okay, you could do that. I will now get rid of this. Okay, and if it goes up, if it breaks above the high of yesterday, then that's it. Now I am expecting breakouts until, like I said, until 1:15. The market should be like energetic until midday, and we should have like a breakout happening until 1:15. So this zone, we could, like, the market could really push nicely into that zone. And before this, if you learn financial astrology from me, you would have had 7 o'clock, which is right there. Okay, 7 o'clock there. All right. So that's there. So the market, this might be a nice place to go long as well. The tight stop loss under the low of the daily. If it does break out, we should push up. Just be mindful for the hours. Okay, that's basically it on that one. Okay, because we're at that resistance level here. On the weekly, though, we've got room to go up. On the monthly, we've got that, let me show you, 54 level, and the highest we did was 53.62, and that 54 level, let me put that back on the map, 34,011. 34,011 is going to be somewhere around there. Okay, so there you go. So we could push up a little bit more by the, by this month. Let's take a look at SP 500 Nasdaq Bitcoin. Now, if you know what we're doing with Bitcoin, I don't trade it daily. I don't recommend trading all that stuff daily. Due to the volatility, and simply because there are just too many projects to follow. It's obvious you can make 3, 4, 5, 10 times your money with some cryptocurrencies. That's obvious. It does happen, but the volatility is there, the uncertainty is there, and I'm not checking out the sky or their astrology for specific assets. If we were working on specific assets, I would, but I don't, and I don't think Bitcoin's going to be giving all that kind of 10 times, 5 times more stuff. It should not be going that high. Not to mention, I'm still expecting another nice discount low next year, and this is Bitcoin. But let's start with SP 500. Now, this was SP 500 on Monday. All right, we said it would come down to our levels there. That was the Astro hour, nicely falling into there and then going up. Okay, and remember, I had these levels in yesterday. So if I was to kind of like actually, move this forward into this zone here. Okay, into that zone. So we have this black zone here, as you can see, but this purple zone, and those levels were like we marked them in. Now remember, with SP 500, I said Tuesday is important for Nasdaq and SP 500, so selling at the tops would have been a good idea. There you go. All right, so that wasn't an hour. I didn't have this hour actually, as you know. I had this hour here yesterday. We had 520 to 615, which is New York opening. 520 bar there, 530, and that's your 6 and your 615 here. So if you bought on the weekly pivot around those hours within that time period, because 520 to 615 was the time period, there you should be in okay. Also, this is 230, remember, okay, we had 145, so nothing to do here, and this zone here happened at 135, so it kind of pulled into that weekly pivot at the Astro hour, and it just went all the way up, and that's all good. Okay, so back in the purple zone. What to do with SP 500? Well, let's take a look at the daily to see if any of our setups have changed. As you can see, we're in the middle of nowhere. So we've got the sell level there, buy level there, and that's 70. And that's 4,153. So 4,153 is going to be here. So we still have some room that the market can go up into. Okay, 153. Right there, right on the edge there, as you can see there. Okay, so what we can do is, let me just get, you know what, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's on the daily. Now, what have I got for a support on the daily? 58. So if the market sells, we should go down to 4,090. So let's take a look at that. Let me get rid of that as well. 4,090 is right there. Okay, so if the market goes down, we should head into this zone. As you can see, this is where the whole push came in from. Okay, and this is the level where the market will fill in the gap. So that's also good. What can we do with this? Well, at the Astro hours, if we're at the tops up here, like on the daily, okay, we can sell, or if we go back up here, it should close the gap here. So this is not a bad spot to sell either. Okay, so if the market comes up into that zone, all right, there's your brown line there as well. So if we're up at the Astro hours, we're okay. If you want to buy here, you can at Astro hours to push up, but it's a bit of a sandwich level. For this, I'd wait for the New York session. Okay, and especially to see what will happen at 115. So until 115 is over, you know, not really much to do with this one, because we could start breaking down, and then it will come all the way down here, and then this zone and this zone, okay, because this is where the push happened. So you've got two zones there. Okay, so you could go long from here, but if that swing holds, if the market is up here at New York hours, then you should be selling. Okay, because we did say Tuesday is a swing day for SP 500, and I said it's a special day as an astrological day. Nasdaq. Now Nasdaq, same kind of thing. Remember, we said we've got Tuesday swing day happening. Okay, so Tuesday swing day. Did we have Monday for this? No, Tuesday. So this is your Tuesday yesterday. Now that was a price they wanted to look out for. As you can see, that's 1 o'clock there. Yesterday we had 115, right? So that's your 115, and the market started falling off. Okay, nice and easy. 115, pretty much at our PST level there. Okay, and then the market fell down into 545, and as you know, we had 520 to 615, and that's your 615 bar there, which is where the market lifted up as well. Okay, so that's all good. Now that's encouraging. We should have a support at 53. If it breaks 12,889, then we should flow down. 12,8. 12,889 there. So if we break below 12,889, okay, whoops, let's say there, then this should be like kind of pushing us down. Let me now get rid of these. I'm going to put this into perspective. So we should end up here. Okay. If the market does go up, you can sell again, I think, because if that Tuesday swing holds, want to be coming down on the weekly, there you go. Okay. 63 is 13,206. Could that still be on the cards? 13,206 is up there. It's a bit far out. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that's basically it. That was a level yesterday, as you can see. It's pretty much on there. HCL1 is 13,102. Yeah, 13,102 is up there. So, but it's already done it pretty much. Okay. So we'll see if it comes back up again into astrology. You can sell it off, but if this swing holds, you can see that's a nice push down. Then we should push down. If it breaks below there, any pull up, we should be keep on selling, as you can see, to push down. So what we should see is the market coming back into this zone, okay, which nicely matches the targets. 41, there's 12,597, which will put us right in there. Okay, that zone there, 41.38. It should put us into 12,597, 12,477. We should dip back into this zone. So selling is not a bad idea to pull back into this zone. All right. Bitcoin, like I said, this is yesterday. This is the whole of yesterday, sticking around here and then pushing down. Nothing really to do. We should find ourselves back here, at least down here, closing in the gaps. And that's basically it with this one. Okay. The buying period for this was mid-January, which I talked about before in the videos before we got there. And I said after 15th of January, you can definitely go long. And that's what happened. So if you bought and hold, if you bought and held around those hours, that would have been fine for you. But the market should sizzle back down into this zone and close this zone off.